मेरा वॉइस मेरे को आ रहा है, मेरा वॉइस मेरे को आ रहा है, अभी आ रहा है Is it audible, all of you? Good morning. Wake up. Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Is it my video also clear? Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. But there is something problem that I am listening. My own voice resound is coming. That's why I stopped and restarted it again. Thank you very much. Okay. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for being patient. We'll start the topic, right? Yes, sir. Farheen Sultana, thank you very much. Sheikh Mohsin, yes. Zuberia, right. Audible. So, right. Part 4 of the Constitution, that is Directive Principles of State Policy, Dpsp. This is one important topic. Sorry for the inordinate delay because of problem with some technical problems. I am unable to solve this problem. Now I think everything is okay. Right. We'll move to the part 4 of the Constitution. Right. Right. Please, ये connecting audio video सब बंद कर दो भैया एक 5 मिनट. Okay, we'll try to stop all these things. Okay, right. Participants, right. By participants, आपके audio को बंद कर दो ना. Somebody is talking. Right. Right. Okay, it's okay. No problem, Sheikh Mohsin. Right. Thank you very much. We'll start. We'll start the part 4 of the Constitution. Right. Dpsp. Okay. Part 4. Right. The topic name is Dpsp. Sir, what is the meaning of Dpsp? Dpsp means directives. Okay. Directives, principles of state policy. Directives, principles of state policy. Very, very important chapter. Directives, principles of state policy. Okay, this is part 4. Where is the articles? Articles from. Okay, articles from 36 to articles 51. Okay, so these are the one of the good chapter, and the topic is also little bit wider, little bit bigger topic. And sir, what is meant by Dpsp? Okay, what is meant by Dpsp? That is principles of state policy, right? We can understand the term here very clearly. Dpsp, okay, directives. Listen carefully. Directives. What is the meaning of directives? Directives means instructions. Okay, directives means instructions. Directives, instructions, or the guidelines, or the whatever the rules and regulations. Principles. Okay, principles. Principles for whom these are some directives, these are some principles. Principles means they must follow. Okay, okay. Some of the principles of state. Sir, what is the meaning of state? We already discussed in Article 12. Right or wrong? State. For whom these directions? For the state policy. It means that this chapter is dealing about the state. So what is the meaning of state now? So did we complete the state definition? Yes, sir, we already completed the state definition. Right or wrong? We already completed the state definition, right? Directives principles of state policy means, it means that, okay, yeah, it means that these are the principles which are meant for the state. Okay, is it okay? Are you able to understand? These are the principles meant for whom? Meant for the state. These are the instructions. Okay, and very important, this part 4 of the constitution, this part 4 of the constitution is, first of all, this is non-justiciable. So what is the meaning of non-justiciable? Okay, this is non-justiciable. So what is the meaning of non-justiciable? I told you fundamental rights are justiciable, Dpsp are non-justiciable. So what is the meaning of Dpsp is non-justiciable? Okay, non-justiciable means, non-justiciable means not justiciable, right? Not justiciable means one cannot move to the court for its enforcement. One cannot move to the court for its enforcement. Okay. What is the meaning of one cannot move to the court for this enforcement? Means for its implementation, you cannot move to the court. For its implementation, you cannot move to the court. Okay. Why? Why, sir? Okay. For example, fundamental rights. Okay. For example, fundamental rights. Fundamental rights are justiciable. Justiciable means we can move to the court for its enforcement. If those rights are violated, one can move directly to Supreme Court. Okay, directly to Supreme Court. According to which article Supreme Court is giving, can give writs? The article is 32. We already discussed. The article is 32. According to Article 32, Supreme Court can issue writs for the enforcement of fundamental rights. Okay. So whereas the Dpsp is non-justiciable. Non-justiciable means for its enforcement we cannot move to the court. For its enforcement we cannot move to the court. Why the constitution makers made Dpsp non-justiciable? Because, okay, because for the implementation of Dpsp we need resources. What do we need? We need resources. Okay. Sir, what is meant by resources? Resources means we need resources means, so it means that it is not easy to implement the Dpsp. We don't have much resources. It may be any type of resources, natural resources, man-made resources, or whatever types of resources. For implementation of Dpsp, the government needs some resources. Okay. Okay, so that's the reason. And this at a time of independence, India doesn't have much resources. Okay, so you know very well, Britishers exploited all those resources, and it's very difficult to implement the Dpsp because lack of resources. Whenever the resources are available, we can implement the Dpsp. Okay, so the articles in the Dpsp are basically depends upon the resources which are available. Okay, resources which are available. So if any state has good resources, they can implement the Dpsp. Any provinces, state means the country, state means a province, province means our state. I told you in the constitution, state means a nation. Whereas I'm talking about state means different states like Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, all these states. Okay. So what I'm telling is here, the state means, okay, the state should have resources for its implementation. So that's the reason, it's very difficult to implement the Dpsp. The constitution makers made it as a non-justiciable because for its enforcement. We cannot move to the court. Non-justiciable means we can't. Okay, we can't move to the court. We can't move to the court for its. We can't move to the court for its enforcement. For its enforcement. Okay, we can't move to the court for its enforcement. So, because lack of resources, whenever resources are available, based on the resources, we can implement. Okay, so this is one of the important topic we need to understand here. But here, this DPSP resembles instrument of instructions in the Government of India Act 1935 said by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So what is that? I'm repeating once again. Okay, what is this, sir? This DPSPR resembles INS instrument. Okay, I'm sorry. Instrument of instructions. Instrument of instructions. Okay, instrument of instruction where in the GOI 1935. In the Government of India, okay, in the Government of India, there is one topic, instrument of instructions. Okay, instrument of instructions. There is one chapter in the Government of India. I told you that majority source of the Constitution, major source of the Constitution borrowed from Government of India Act 1935. Okay, Government of India Act 1935. Right. So, whereas the instrument of instruction is one of the chapter which deals, this chapter is there in the Government of India Act 1935. So, this chapter deals about the state functioning, how the state should perform. So, this topic is related to that one. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar compared. So, who compared means the answer is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Question came in the examination. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar compared this topic with the instrument of instructions. Okay, instrument of instruction where the Government of India Act 1935. Question came in the UPSC prelims back in the 2006, I think so. Which of the following deals about the instrument of instruction, the Government of India Act? The answer is instrument of instruction resembles, that is DPSP. Okay, very, very important. And one of the doubt asked by one student, sir, what is meaning of resources? Okay, resources means, for example, if you want to implement the Article 46 SCST reservation, SCST promotions, Article 47, okay, that deals about the suppose Article 47 intoxicating of drinks and drugs. It means that prohibition. 47 article deals about prohibition. To implement the prohibition means that is the banning of liquor. Okay, this article. So, is it possible to implement the state like Telangana and Andhra Pradesh to implement the ban of prohibition, ban of liquor prohibition? Means, sir, it is not possible because the government getting major revenue from the excise department. We'll discuss all these things. Okay, so whenever the state has resources, for example, promotion of SCST. Okay, for example, promotion of SCST. Promotion of SCST means, okay, so SCST should be get promoted in all these things. The government should need some resources for the implementation. Or else, for example, the Panchayat Raj system. Article 40 talks about the Panchayat Raj system. Or else, Article 38 talks about the welfare schemes. Okay, to implement the welfare, government needs some money. Is that or wrong? The government needs some money. So with that money, the government can implement. Okay, so all these things we are going to discuss. Sheikh Mohsin, okay, please try to understand first of all the articles. After finishing all these articles, you can understand why this DPSP are not justiciable. Okay, right? So let us move to the topic now, which we are dealing this topic. Sir, very important thing we must understand here. Very important thing is, sir, fundamental rights are targeting to individual. It means that these rights are for individuals. Whereas DPSP is the principles that should be followed by the state. Okay, the principles that should be followed by whom? Followed by the state. Okay, so it is meant for the state, not for the individual. It is meant for the community as a whole. Community as a whole means the state should follow all these Dpsp articles, even though it is non-justiciable. Even though it is non-justiciable, try to understand the terms what I am teaching in the class in this session. Even though the Dpsp are non-justiciable, okay, it is non-justiciable, the state must follow the principles. What are the principles? What are the articles are there in the Dpsp? The state must follow. 100% the state should follow. It means that any state means any state government, okay, any states like Jammu Kashmir to Kerala, any state must follow the Dpsp, must follow the articles in the Dpsp. Okay, so it depends upon the state resources, depends upon the state GDP, depends upon the state resources. The articles will be implemented or not. For example, Gujarat banned the liquor. AP and Telangana not banning the liquor. Tamil Nadu partial ban. Bihar partial ban. Okay, likewise, the states will follow the Dpsp article. Depends upon the status, depends upon the economic conditions. Right or wrong? Okay. So all these things to be understand. The Dpsp is meant for the community as a whole. It is not for the individual. It is for the community as a whole. Okay. So let us start with the articles. Now I think you understand what is meant by Dpsp. It is the torchlight. It is the torch bearer. It is the torchlight. It shows ways. Any government, if doesn't follow the Dpsp, obviously the government will fall down. It means that these articles are very, very crucial, very, very important, because so many welfare articles, socialist articles, liberal articles are there. Okay. So likewise, it is a torchlight. It shows the ways and guide. It is guiding to the state, how the state to implement these articles. Okay, if the state implement these articles, obviously the government will sit in the next elections. Otherwise, the people will not accept. The people will not accept because the government is not welfareistic oriented. So we will discuss once completion of these articles. You can understand. So what is this Dpsp now? Okay, directives. First of all, try to understand the term. The term is very clear. Directives, principles of state policy. Directives, principles of state policy. Okay. So article starts from 36 to 51. Right or wrong? Article starts from 36 to 51. Okay. Right. Article starts from 36 to 51. So these articles, 36th article deals about. So what is this 36th article talks about? 36th article talks about definition of state. So what is the meaning of definition of state? Okay, definition of state, right? This article talks about the definition of state, right? Right. Please wait 1 second. Okay, definition of state. But very important, we already discussed the article 12, right? 12 is equal to 36. No need to discuss once again, because article 12 and article 36 is same. Okay, 12. What is the meaning of 12? 12 we already discussed. This is definition of state. The same article, definition of state, and 12 is equal to 36. No need to discuss this 36 now. But very important. What is that important, sir? Here, right? The important thing is Dpsp articles. Okay, divided into 3 categories. Okay, Dpsp article divided into 3 categories by Professor M.P. Sharma. Okay, very, very important. This question came lot of times in the examination. Okay, by Professor M.P. Sharma. Okay, by Professor M.P. Sharma. So M.P. Sharma is the first public administration professor in India. Okay, is called as father of public administration in India, right? Professor M.P. Sharma divided, categorized, okay, divided the Dpsp articles. It is not there in the original constitution. Even now also it is not there. But for our understanding sake, he bring together all those related articles into three categories. What are those three categories? Okay, he divided articles like the first one is the socialistic principles. What is the first one? The first one is the socialistic principles. Okay. Now, what is the second one? Second one is the Gandhian principles. Okay. The second one is the Gandhian principles. What is the third one? The third one is the liberal principles. Okay. The third one is the liberal principles. Okay. Right. So, how these articles are divided. Okay, which articles comes under which category? Okay, this question came lot of times in the examination. Socialist principle, Gandhian principle. Gandhiji is no way related to the making of the constitution. He died in 1948 January 30, you know very well, but the constitution makers did not give much priority to the Gandhian ideology. That is what told by Hanumantaya, not Professor K. Hanumantaya. It's un-Gandhian, un-Indian. Gandhiji ideology is not mentioned in the constitution. The socialist principle, Gandhian principle means Gandhiji ideology resembles. And liberal, neoliberal, Western liberal means you are very much broad-minded, Western liberal, all these things. So which article comes under, okay, which article comes under when? Okay, the 37, 38, 39, okay, 41, 42, 43. Okay, 41, 42, 43. So all these six articles, okay, first three, second three. And 43, okay, 43, second part of 43 comes here also. Second part of 43 comes here also. You please leave it 43 here. Okay, article 40, article, okay, 46, 47, 48. Okay, so what left articles here? What are left articles? 44, 45. Okay, 44, 45. Then 46, 47, 48 completed. 49, 50, 51. Right. Right. This question came in the examination. This question came in the examination. Right. So, what are those articles? So, which articles comes where? Okay, which articles comes where? Right. Okay, very important. Examination point of view, ask these questions. Okay. So, who divided the Dpsp into three categories? The answer is Professor M.P. Sharma. And how many categories were divided? Three categories: socialist, Gandhian, liberal. Is it mentioned? Is it there in the original constitution or no? No. This type of categories is not there in the present constitution also. For our understanding sake, it is not arranged in a orderly or not arranged, but some articles are related to socialist, some articles are related to Gandhian, and some articles related to Western liberalism. So here 36 we already completed, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. Okay, 44, 45 here, 46, 47, 40. Try to remember like this. Okay, try to remember like this. Okay, right. 37, 38, 39. These three articles in the social. You know the meaning of socialist, right or wrong? You know the meaning of socialist, right? Socialist means, okay, we already discussed the socialist article, socialism in the preamble. In the preamble, I discussed the socialism means all the resources should be distributed or subserved to common good to each and every individual. There should not be any discrimination. That we are completed in the preamble. Okay, so these are the articles we are talking about. The article, these first three articles. Okay, 36 definition of state, same as article 12. It's mentioned the constitution itself. No need to remember the article 36 now. Okay. 37, 38, 39. You add 40 here. Okay, 41, 42, 43. And why I am taking it 43 again? There are two. Okay, 43, 43B, because the other part of 43B, that is 43A and 43B, is meant for the. It is related to the Gandhiji principles. And after this one, 44, 45, please remember here, 46, 47, 48. Okay. And after 48, 49, 50, 51. This is the way to remember, the technique to remember the articles, because in the examinations, okay, many examinations, even the UPSC level also, they ask the questions that, so which articles where, okay, this is a very old, year 2005, 6, 7, like this, at the time, they ask such questions, okay, socialist, Gandhian and liberal articles, okay, which article comes where, okay, so no need to, okay, now they are not asking the questions, but they are asking the questions. Last year, I think 2 years back, 51 article. They asked the 51 articles is related to, is it fundamental duties, is it fundamental rights, is it Dpsp? They give the content to settle the international disputes peacefully. Is comes under the which part of the constitution? Is it Dpsp? Is it fundamental rights? Likewise, they ask the question. Please go through the old question papers, okay, so that you can understand. Please go through the old question paper so that you can understand. Okay, right. So try to remember these articles. So socialist principles, Gandhian principles, liberal principle. Is Gandhiji related to the constitution? No, sir. Gandhiji is not related to the constitution, but his ideology is reflecting in the Dpsp recognized by Professor M.P. Sharma. Okay. Is this category divided in the constitution? No, this category, like this category, the three categories, not divided in the constitution. It is recognized, it is identified by the Professor M.P. Sharma. Clear, all of you? Right? Shall we move to the each and every article now? We'll move to the each and every article. Okay, the first one, Article 37. Okay, the first one, Article 37. Article 37. What is this Article 37? Okay, this article talks about, Article 37 talks about Dpsp is non-justiciable. Dpsp is non-justiciable. We already mentioned Dpsp is non-justiciable, but the state must follow. But the state must follow. Okay, must follow, must carry the principles of the Dpsp. Right. So in many textbooks, 37 also not giving, not mentioning in the socialist principle. But even though we must consider the Article 37 in the socialist, the state, what is the state? State means we already discussed the state in the Article 12. The state must follow the principles of Dpsp, must follow the principles. Okay, the state must follow. Right. So are you able to understand? 37 article talks about Dpsp is non-justiciable. Right or wrong? Dpsp is non-justiciable, but the state must follow these articles. But the state must follow these articles. Right? This is the Article 37. Now, what is Article 38? What is the Article 38 now? Okay. 38 article talks about, this article talks about the concept of welfare state. 38 articles talks about the concept of welfare state. Okay, this is what the socialism, the concept of welfare state. So what is the meaning of welfare state? This question came in the examination. The concept of welfare state is defined in which of the following article? So answer is Article 38. The concept of welfare state defines in Article 38. So welfare means, okay, this is what the socialism, welfare principles, all the welfare schemes. You take any scheme, if it is related to welfare oriented, like SC/ST schemes or the BC schemes, or the government is providing, and this is also BC minority welfare. Is right or wrong? From the minority welfare department, all these welfare activities are meant for to subserve the common man. Okay, subserve the common man, or to meant for the upliftment of the poor and disadvantaged, or the underprivileged section of the society. Okay, underprivileged section of the society. So all these things, right? So all these things are comes under the Article 38 of the Constitution. So try to remember the Article 38. This article talks about, Article 38 talks about, okay, the concept of welfare state. The concept of welfare state. If at all any question asks you that the government of Telangana is implementing the old age pension scheme. The old age pension scheme is comes under the which of the following articles of the Indian Constitution? Then your answer must be the Article 38. Okay, say example, Article 38, welfare scheme, housing schemes, okay, pension schemes, any scheme, welfare-oriented schemes are related to Article 38 only. Now you can assume that, okay, the state will implement the welfare schemes only when the state has resources. If the state has money, the government was to plan to give unemployment allowances. If the government has money, then the government will try to give it to unemployment allowances. Otherwise, the government won't give you unemployment allowances. Okay, the pension scheme is increases. Okay, the Kalyan Lakshmi scheme, Shadi Mubarak scheme. So all these comes under call it's a welfare-oriented schemes. Okay, so welfare-oriented schemes comes under which article of the Constitution? That is Article 38. Okay, so in a simple manner, I will try to make you understand the articles. While reading any textbook, you'll come across the depthness because of 38 clause 1, 38 clause 2. Okay, likewise will be there. Okay, you try to read that one. After understanding this article, go through that textbook, standard textbooks, and read it so that you can understand it very easily. Okay, now let us move to the Article 39. So what is the Article 39? Okay, this Article 39 talks about, right. Okay, this Article 39 talks about, in this article, there are so many provisions are there. It means that 39 capital A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, capital A is different, small a, B, C, D, E, F different. There's so many articles related to this one. 39 capital A, okay, equal justice and free legal aid. Equal justice, okay, equal justice and free legal aid. Free legal aid means free legal services, equal justice. All should get the equality of justice. Okay, so equal justice and free legal aid. So free legal aid means the government will provide you free legal services like the GP, government pleader, public prosecutor. So all this comes under the Article 39A of the Constitution. Okay, and what is this? All these articles related to? Okay, these articles 39 small a, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. So these articles, I'm telling you, just like a small essay, all these articles with a clubbing, I will tell you. Okay, this article talks about. Whatever the resources are available, that means small a, small b. Okay, whatever the resources are available, that resources should be subserved to each and every individual. Okay, whatever the resources, it means that, for example, we have some natural resources, say forest resources, water resources, mineral resources. All these resources, the government must distribute to each and every individual. Okay, say example, the river water. River water is a natural resource. That river water must be utilized to each and every individual. Okay, and very important, the government must check that the resources should not concentrate in the hands of few people. Okay, the resources should not concentrate in the hands of few people. It means that the government should try to check it out whether the resources are going into the few section of the society. If it is happen, what will happen? If all the resources are went into the hands of a few section of the society, then obviously the monarchy rule will be happen. Is that right or not? For example, the so-called richest persons in our country, okay, they have some billions of rupees. Okay, billions of rupees. The government try to prevent them not to purchase the not to purchase the complete land. If these people, okay, the top 50 people, they have the resources, they have a much resources. It means that they can purchase the land as much as possible. If they have purchased the entire land, he will become a king. Okay, that should not be happen, because if the resources went into the section of the society, then that person will become a monarch or dictator. For example, the government is implementing the progressive taxation. Progressive taxation means, okay, up to 5 lakhs there is no tax. Is it right or wrong? Up to 5 lakhs there is no tax. After 5 lakhs, depends upon your earning. Depends upon your earning, the government will charge you tax. Is it right or wrong? So after 10 lakhs, after 20 lakhs, after 30 lakhs, 10%, 15%, 5%, 10%, 15%, 30% also. It means that the government will charge tax those who earns the money. Okay, those who earns the money according to the slab rate system. Okay, and those who are not earning the money, the government will not charge the income tax. So that you can understand it very clearly, the government is planning. Okay, the government is planning to implement. Okay, the government is planning to implement the Article 39 Clause C. Okay, Article 39 Clause C. So that you can understand it very clearly. Okay, 39B is for the implementation of the schemes. It means that the government is planning to implement the welfare-oriented schemes, and 39C is meant for the government should not. So government should concentrate that resources should not be in the hands of few section of the society. Okay, whatever the resources are available, all the resources should not go into the hands of few section of the society. This is what happens now. Okay, the resources centralization. Here the resources. Okay, resources should not concentrate the top section of the society. If it is happened, again the monarchy, again the dictatorship rule will be there. The resources must be distributed to each and every section of the society. Okay, this is what the socialism is nothing but all the resources must be distributed. Okay, each and every individual should try to access the whatever the available resources of the government, say the road, say the buildings, say the water, say the forest resources, mineral resources, each and everybody. Okay, each and everybody can utilize those resources, right? Right. Right. So any question? Right. This is what the Article 39 clause. Whereas 39 clause D talks about. Okay, 39 clause D talks about equal pay for equal work. Okay, this is very, very important. Equal pay for equal work. So EPEW, equal pay for equal work. What is the meaning of equal pay for equal work? Okay, equal pay for equal pay for equal work. So what is the meaning of EPEW? Equal pay for equal work means men and women after joining into the job, okay, depends upon the cadre, men and women will get the equal pay. Okay, the cadre decides, the rank decides your pay. Okay, so men and women, suppose if you join in the group 1 services, okay, or UPSC services, okay, so men and women, okay, will get the same pay. Okay, women employee, men employee, because both are UPSC, both are same rank, both IAS or IPS. Okay, whatever the rank, women IAS, men IAS, women IPS, men IPS, whatever it may be, any type of thing will get the equal pay for equal work. And this is very, very important. But the contract employees or the outsourcing employees will not be get equal pay for equal work as meant. That is decided in the Supreme Court. Okay, in the Supreme Court, there's one case study. Okay, in that case study, Supreme Court decides that equal pay for equal work is not applicable to the contract employees and outsourcing employees. Okay, contract employees and outsourcing employees, they are not entitled to get the equal pay for equal work on par with the government employees. Okay. So these are some of the important articles, and 39E, 39F, okay, 39E, 39F, okay, all those articles all those articles related to, sorry, 39E, okay, 39E, 39F. Okay, these are the articles which are dealing about the health and the strength of the workers should not be abused. The health and the strength of the workers should not be abused. What is the meaning of health and the strength of the workers? It means that whoever working, suppose we can't ask the some people to lift the heavy bags which are incapable to lift those bags. We can't ask them to do such type of huge works. Okay, for example, the what do you call that, the garbage lifting people. Okay, the garbage lifting people, the municipal authorities, the government will not ask them to lift the big containers. It's not possible, because we should not abuse that strength. We know what is our strength. We can't lift more than 100 kgs. Okay, we are not that much bodybuilders. Every worker, we can't lift so much of not more than 100 kgs. Okay, you can see. Okay, you can see there's so many people. The strength. Okay, I will allow you to don't ask me the questions now. I will allow you to discuss any doubts after the class. Okay, please don't message now. Osama, you please ask your query. This is class going on now. You ask such type of question that is not related to here. I told you, whatever the examination, any general studies examination, the polity subject is included. For this any examination, this class is enough. Okay, don't ask me, don't disturb me in between, otherwise I will turn off your comments also. Okay, I will allow you to ask the queries related to the topic, and after the class, I will allow you to discuss each and everything. Okay, don't worry. Right? Okay, and as well as the health and strength of the workers must not be abused. It means that the worker's strength, okay, worker strength is, suppose worker strength is to lift the 100 kgs bag. You can't load them with a 200 or 300 kgs bag. It should not be there. Likewise, the government enacted some labor laws. What is labor laws? Daily not more than 8 hours. Is that around daily not more than 8 hours should not be work. Okay, not more than 8 hours. If a person continuously working for 16 hours, what will happen? Okay, his health will be deteriorated. Ultimately, he will die soon. He will suffer with many diseases. Right or wrong? So it means that the government enacted the policies according to the health and strength of the workers. Right or wrong? So this is what the Article 39E and 39F is discussed about the children's. Okay, the strength of the children should not be abused. The healthy development of the children should be there. Okay, up to 6 years, the children's healthy development is very, very essential. Up to 6 years. So after 6 years, the children are allowed to go to the schools, or we are allowing the schools before 6 years itself. But up to 6 years, the health of the children, the healthy development of the children is very, very important. This is said in the Article 39F. It means that any schemes related to the healthy development of the children is nothing but the Article 39 clause F. Okay, so don't worry, these articles are very, very dry. Okay, these articles appears very, very dry. But I suggest you to remember to read it, because very, very difficult to remember these articles. Once you understand the articles, try to understand the articles later on. Try to read it more once, twice, read it, revise it. Okay, rewrite it. Then only you can remember all these articles. Okay. Later, we'll move to the Article 41. So, what is Article 41? This article talks about right to work. This article talks about right to work. Okay, right to work, right to public assistance in certain cases. Okay, right to work, right to public assistance, in certain cases. Certain cases means, in certain cases means like old age, okay, like old age, handicapped, etc. It means that right to work. So based on this right to work, the government of India enacted MGNREGA. What is MGNREGA? Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. It means that they are providing 100 man days, now extended to 120 and 150 also. 100 man days work to the people, those who are living in the rural areas. National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. It means that based on the Article 41 only, the government of India enacted MGNRGA way back in 2006. Okay, so you can understand what is the right to work. Right to public assistance in certain cases, the old age people, they are getting some benefits like old age schemes, old age pensions. The handicapped people, they are getting some tricycles, okay, hand cycles, handmade cycles. Handicapped people are getting some extra benefits. So all these things are there in the Article 41 of the Constitution. Okay. So what is the Article 42? Okay, Article 42 talks about just and humane working condition. Okay, just and humane working conditions. Just and humane working conditions. Wherever you are working, those working conditions should be just and humane, as well as maternity relief, Okay, just and humane working conditions. Just and humane working conditions means wherever you are working, okay, wherever you are working, your working environment should be a minimum requirement should be there, just to go into that place, there's just a small road, or if you're an officer, you have at least a chair, or at least a washrooms, at least a provision to sit under one shelter. This is the just a human working condition. The human working condition means at least the facilities to do a washroom, at least a facility to sit somewhere, to do it somewhere. Okay, these are the things to be there at a working conditions. Okay, working condition means the time also. Okay, 8 hours or the 10 hours, whatever it may be, depends upon the post, depends upon the office that you are working. Okay, likewise, the just and human working conditions should be established by the should be made by the respective governments. Whereas maternity relief, okay, maternity relief also there. Okay, maternity relief means you know very well about the maternity benefits. Okay, the pregnant woman will entitled to get the 6 months full pay. Okay, 6 months full pay, and now the private employees also they're getting nearly 7.5 months. Okay, full pay, right? So this is what the Article 42, right? Right. So let us move to the Article 43. Article 43 talks about living wages. Article 43 talks about living wages, etc. So what is the meaning of living wages, etc.? So living wages, etc. So living wages, etc. Living wages means there are different types of wages. Okay, minimum wage, living wage. Okay, so living wages means, sir, nowadays 5,000 per month is not sufficient, right or wrong? If the government says that your salary is just 5,000, will you join into the job? No, because the salary is very less. So how do you consider the salary is very less? Depends upon the market conditions. 5,000 is nothing, sir, nowadays. But 10, 15 years back, this 5,000 is enough, because at that time there is no such rates, or inflation is very, very less. Now just for 5,000 rupees you can't affordable, you can't bear, you can't survive now. Just hardly eating is enough, but not all the other related things. You can't able to purchase the dresses, or you can't able to buy a vehicle. Okay, these are the things, the home rent or the milk or the newspaper, whatever it may be. So this is the things that it means that living wage is nothing but over your wage is sufficient for your survival. Okay, sir, 15 to 20,000 is sufficient, sir. Minimum 15,000 is required, sir, because for the expenses are like that in the society. So for this, I need a minimum 15,000, sir. Okay, minimum 15,000 is comfortable, is okay. One small family enough to survive. Okay, a poor family that is enough to survive. This is the minimum. This is called as the this is called as the living wages. Okay, this is called as the living wages, right? So, did you understand the Article 43? Okay, did you understand? Any questions? Okay, right, right. So, living wages. We completed this living wages. Now, let us move to the next topic. Okay, let us move to the next topic. Right. So, Article. We'll discuss. We'll go to the next topic. Okay, we'll go to the next topic. Article 43A. So, what is meant by this Article 43A? Okay. So, there are so many articles in this topic, Dpsp topic. Okay, what is Article 43A? 43A is participation of workers in the affairs of in the management related activities. So what is this management related activities? Okay, 43A. Start checking it out. Right. Participation of workers in the management affairs. Right. I'm sorry. Right. Right. I think this is right. 43A. We're talking about the 43A. Right. What is this 43A? Management of workers, sorry, participation of workers in the affairs of the management. Participation of workers. Okay. Workers' participation should be there. So any company which has nearly 100, okay, if a company has 100 employees, if a company has 100 employees, then automatically the employees should participate in the managerial decisions also. Okay, this is Article 43A. And what is this Article 43B? This article talks about, okay, establishment of cooperative societies. Establishment of cooperative societies. Okay, establishment of cooperative societies. So cooperative societies we already discussed in the Article 19(1) clause C. Right to form unions or associations, or okay, unions or associations or cooperative societies. Also, that 97th amendment 2011 added this one, added here. This is the Article 43, establishment of or promotion of cooperative societies. Okay, cooperative societies topic is there in the part 9B of the Constitution. We'll discuss there in the 9B of the Constitution. So 97th amendment, not only Article 19C amended, but also this article also. So this comes under the socialistic, and this comes under the Gandhian principle. This comes under the Gandhian principle. So that's why 43A up to 43A is the socialist principle. 43B, the second part of 43B comes under the Gandhian principle. Okay. Don't worry, majority of the times in the examination, they are talking about the 43 comes under socialist principle only. 43B exclusively cooperative societies is the Gandhian principle. Okay, that's it. We'll move to the next important article. That is okay. Next important article, that is the Article 40. Okay, Article 40 talks about organization of village panchayats. Organization of village panchayat. Okay, did you heard this word panchayat? Panchayat Raj system. Yes, sir. Panchayat. We know very well about the Panchayat Raj system. Okay. Do you know about this Panchayat Raj system? Did you heard about the Panchayat Raj system? Yes. Yes. Sayed. Okay. Panchayat Raj system. Article 9 of the Constitution. Okay. 243 article. 243 article. Right. Panchayat Raj system. And this is purely where we entered into the Gandhian principle, right or wrong? We are talking about the Gandhian principles. Okay. So Gandhiji gave much priority to the village panchayats, okay, villages, because India lives in villages, right or wrong? 68.22 percentage people are living in the rural areas, whereas the organization of village panchayats comes under the Article 40 of the Constitution. Okay, this organization of village panchayats comes under the Article 40. This is subject of state. State means state government. Panchayat Raj system subject of the state government. Like, okay, so village panchayats should be organized, should be established based on this article only. Listen carefully. Based on this article only. Based on this article only. Okay, based on this article only. Part 9. 243 article amended. This article amended, inserted, okay, A 243A to 243O article. Okay, very, very important. Very, very important. Whenever we discuss this topic in the part 9 of the Constitution, there you can understand here. Based on which article Panchayat Raj system amended? The answer is based on Article 40 only. 243 article amended. Article 243 amended. Okay. Amended. How many articles were added? 243A2, 243O, and 243P2, 243ZG. This is part 9A. Whereas part 9B, 243ZH2, 240ZT, this is called as cooperative societies. This is called as cooperative societies. So already we discussed cooperative societies. So likewise, first of all, try to understand which part, where, what is that part. Okay. So very, very important to remember the part names also. Based on this article, part 9 of the Constitution amended, that is 73rd Constitutional Amendment that we'll discuss there. Okay. We'll discuss there. Now, just try to understand Article 40. Article 40 talks about the organization of village panchayats. Okay. So let us go to the Article 46. This article talks about the promotion of SC/ST people. Okay. Harijans. Gandhiji called as SCs are Harijans, and Hari means Lord Hari, son of, they are the children of Lord Hari. Okay. SC is Harijans. Okay, Hari means Lord Hari, Lord Vishnu. ST means Girijans. Okay, Girijan. Giri means, what do you call Giri? Giri means in Telugu, Giri means mountain. Okay, mountains. Okay, these people are living in mountains. Those people are living in mountains. They are called nearby mountain area. They are called as Girijans. Okay, Giri means Konda. In Telugu, it is called as Konda. Girijans and Harijans. Okay, so promotion of SC/ST, okay, comes under the Article 46 of the Constitution. Remember 46, promotion of SC/ST, welfare development act related to SC/ST, and this is very tough too, because the government need much resources, much money to implement for development of SC/ST. So many schemes implementing by the Telangana government also, like SC, even not only minority study cycle, SC study cycle is there, ST study cycle also there. You can understand only one study cycle, that is BC study cycle. Later the government enacted, the government established the minority study cycle, SC study cycle, ST study cycle, and recently the government of Telangana announced the women university, one women university, okay, one women university, and also central government announces the tribal university, okay, tribal university, I think in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, likewise, you can understand, for the implementation, for the promotion of SC/ST, the government needs some money, okay, some resources, right? So, Article 47. Okay, this Article 47 talks about the prohibition. One word, I'm telling one word, prohibition. Prohibition means banning of liquor. Okay, ban. What should be banned? liquor or any intoxicating drinks and drugs, intoxicating drinks, okay, or drugs, except what they call, okay, except medical field, okay, except medicinal purpose, except medicinal purpose. So what is the meaning of except medicinal purpose? Prohibition of intoxicating. Intoxicating means which gives some what you call in Telugu mattu or opium, just like opium. Okay. So if anybody drunk, if anybody consume alcohol, you know how the behaving, and he lost all the senses, and he will not behave properly. He will not able to walk. He will not able to talk, because of the consumption of alcohol is injurious to health, you know very well. So intoxicating, any intoxicating, not only drinks but also drugs, okay, many types of drugs, you know what happened exactly. You might have heard in the news that so many people, so and so people, Nigerian, Uganda people, they brought some drugs, this drugs, this drugs, okay, they cast some opium. So any drugs, okay, any types of drugs, okay, so all these drinks or drugs, the government must be banned, prohibition. Okay, so that's why the government banned gutka. Okay, the government banned gutka. There is no gutka now. The gutka officially banned, right or wrong? And smoking is banned in public places, right or wrong? Smoking is banned in public places. All these drugs are banned, right or wrong? Okay, but the drink, alcohol is not banned in Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. Okay, but Gujarat is banned, right or wrong? Why Gujarat is implemented? Because Gujarat have resources. They look after. They looked into the another one, because if there are some alternative methods. Okay, Gujarat is not implementing or not allowing to consume the alcohol, whereas some states are allowed. It means that depends upon the resources, the state government maybe, it means that the state government may be implemented the Article 47 or may not be implemented the Article 47 of the Constitution. But except medicinal purpose, except medicinal purpose. Suppose if you cough syrup is alcohol will be there. Anesthesia. Okay, at time of operation, the doctors gives you anesthesia. These are the intoxicating. Like that is okay, that is accepted, but not which are injurious to health. Drinks and drugs are injurious to health. Smoking also injurious to health. Gutka, chewing tobacco. These are all the injurious to health, right or wrong? That's the reason on the cigarette one, on the box of the cigarette, you'll find this lungs picture or you'll find this skull picture. What does it mean? Even every time in the movies or in the TVs also, whenever a hero or whenever a person, actors, they're consuming alcohol, that you will have on the bottom of the screen, you will have one warning that smoking or consuming alcohol is injurious to health. Likewise, even at the time of movies also, to get awareness, because consuming alcohol or smoking is injurious to health. You can see so many ads. My name is Mukesh. ऐसा हुआ मुकेश का ad आता. What happened to this city? తెలుగులో ఏమైంది నగరానికి? So something ads. These are ads are related to meant for the awareness creation program. Okay, the government is slowly try to bring awareness about the consuming of alcohol or drugs are injurious to health, and this article is talks about the prohibition. Okay, this article is talks about the prohibition, right? Whereas we're talking about the article 48. Okay, article 48, organization of, okay, organization of animal husbandry, organization of animal husbandry, right? Organization of animal husbandry. Animal husbandry on the modern scientific lines. Animal husbandry on modern, is that around modern scientific lines? Okay, modern scientific lines. Okay, animal husbandry, modern scientific lines, and very important, slaughtering. Okay, prohibition of slaughtering of cows, calves. Okay, cows, calves, milch. Okay, cows, calves, milch and draught animals. Okay, so all these slaughtering of cows, calves, and milch and draught animals are prohibited. Okay, first of all, this is the big article. This article are two parts. We can divide into two parts. One is, okay, your animal husbandry or your agriculture. Okay, your agriculture, organization of agriculture. Sorry, organization of agriculture. I'm sorry, Organization of Agriculture. Okay, Organization of Agriculture on the modern scientific lens. I'm sorry, Organization of Agriculture. Your agriculture can be developed, your agriculture can be improved on the modern scientific lens. For example, the concept of green revolution. Is that wrong? The concept of green revolution, you might have heard about the concept of green revolution. So green revolution means introduction of high yield variety of seeds. Introduction of high yield variety of seeds is the concept of green revolution. Is nothing but introduction of hybrid seeds. Okay, that is the your agriculture should be developed. There's so many revolutions. Okay, not only green revolution. Nowadays we're talking about the evergreen revolution, rainbow revolution. Okay, evergreen revolution, rainbow revolution, or we can go the revolutions like white revolution. White revolution is nothing but the increasing of the milk. Okay, round revolution, potato revolution, increasing of the potato. Like this, so many revolutions are there. It means that the agriculture should be developed on the modern scientific lines, right or wrong? Okay, America is well developed in the scientific production of agricultural production. Okay, whereas India still the traditional method is going on because of lack of infrastructure, lack of machineries. Okay, our Indian farmers are very poor. That's why they are not affordable to have a high cost machineries. That's the reason the government of India providing the subsidized machines to them. Okay, as well as as well as the slaughtering of cows, calves, and other milch animals. Cows, calves, and all the milch and draught animals must be banned. It means that simply we all should become a vegetarian. Okay, Gujarat is the state implementing this one. There is no slaughtering of cows, calves, and milch animals. Gujarat. Okay, so Gujarat is the state is implementing the Article 47 and Article 48. Is it possible in Telangana to implement the Article 47 and 48? Let me tell me, let us to know from your side. Is it possible to implement as of now, is it possible to implement Article 47 and Article 48? Article 47 and Article 48, Mohammed Samir. Okay, Juveria, yes. Mohammed Samir, no. Mudassir Hamza, no. Okay, because there are so many other matters are there, but if the state, the way the Gujarat is implementing, why not Telangana? It should be the will of the state. Will of the state is very important. But we can implement the Article 47 because that is injurious to health. Article 47. Okay, that Article 47 Farhin Sultana, no. Okay. Yes, sir, but depends upon the government. Very good. It depends upon the government. Okay. The government very hard to implement, right? It's very hard to implement because the government is depending more on the excise department. Okay, the topmost revenue after commercial tax, the state government is getting huge revenue from the liquor. Okay, one of the surveys, Hyderabad people consuming more liquor than water. More liquor than water. Okay, one people, whenever drunkard people, he will drink nearly 3 to 4 liters of alcohol, but not 1 to 2 liter of water. So you can understand how how the revenue to the government is more coming from the excise department. So NTR government in the year 1993, 1994, subject to correction, 1995, I think so. NTR government implemented Article 47, prohibition. Indian government implemented Article 47. Okay, we are all in our state itself, Andhra Pradesh itself. Whereas his son-in-law, Mr. Former Chief Minister, ex-Chief Minister Nara Chandrababu Naidu, so he's lifted. Okay, he's lifted that prohibition. Varuni Barahi scheme is introduced. That is there in paper 4 of your Group 2 level examination, so that you can understand it is the will. It depends upon the government. Okay, the government, if the government is very strict because they look after the well-being or health of the people, the government can implement the liquor ban also. Even our neighbor state, while Jagannath Reddy announced at time of elections itself, okay, liquor is to be controlled. Okay, slowly, the prohibition will be implemented. So it's the will of the state is very important for its enforcement. Okay, right, right. So this is the Article 48. Okay, yeah, last time Telangana government has got very good revenue, okay, because the people are very much interested to consume alcohol than to spend money on the good things. Okay, it's their wish, okay. They got a good amount. That's the reason the government is not able to ban the liquor. The government is not able to dare to announce the liquor prohibition. That's a very different case. Okay, it depends upon the government itself. Okay, whereas Article 48. Okay, whereas Article 48 talks about this article talks about protection of, okay, protection of environment, protection of environment. Okay, protection of environment. Based on this protection of environment, the government of India enacted Environmental Protection Act 1986. Okay, so environment related issue, protection of environment. The environment must be protected. Likewise, the government of India enacted Environmental Protection Act 1986. Okay, right. So let us move to the. So we completed the Gandhiji articles. We completed socialist articles. We'll move liberal principles. Okay, we'll move the liberal principles. How many articles are there? Liberal principles 44, 45, 49, 50, and 51. Right? Liberal. Okay, liberal principles. Right? Western liberal principles or neoliberal principles, all these one and same. Okay, Article 44, very, very important. Article 44, very, very important. What is this Article 44? So try to remember the numbers first of all. 44, 45, 49, 50, 51. Okay. Article 44. Uniform Civil Code. Okay. Uniform Civil Code. Okay. UCC. Uniform Civil Code. Okay. Did you heard about the Uniform Civil Code? Okay, UCC. Did you heard about the Uniform Civil Code? UCC? Yes, in news recently. Yes, very good. You must be updated with the news. What is this Uniform Civil Code? This is what the implementation of triple talaq. Okay, UCC, triple talaq. Have you heard about this triple talaq? Many of you are most of you are belongs to Muslims minority. I think you are very much aware about the. Yes, you are very much aware about the triple talaq. What is the meaning of triple talaq? What is this act meant for? What is this act meant for triple talaq? Okay, can anybody? What is this? Anybody triple talaq? It's banned
One,
on.
yeah, one should
Please,
not
please, please. Okay, please
give
message me. Yeah.
one should not repeat three times talaq.
Okay,
In
okay.
a
So,
it should be given in a particular period of time, like 1 month,
okay.
2 months, or two and
Yeah.
a half month, whatever, but
What?
not in a. It's not should be simultaneously.
Yeah, and also one must get the divorce as per the law, as per the court of law. Okay, right. We'll discuss about this. What is this triple talaq? Okay, and what is this? First of all, what is this? What is this uniform civil code? Okay, once we completed this topic, I will allow you to discuss after the class. Okay, very good. Uniform Civil Code UCC. Okay, UCC Article 44 of the Constitution. You can remember the numbers are also uniform and this is also uniform. Try to remember these articles in this fashion. Okay, any code word, any keyword, right? UCC Uniform Civil Code, right? So what is this UCC? UCC is nothing but all the civil laws. Okay, whatever the civil laws are there, all these civil laws should be uniform to each and every community. Okay, uniform. The civil code, the code. Okay, uniform civil code. All these uniform civil, the civil laws in India, like your marriage, your divorce, okay, your property rights, all the civil matters must be uniform to each and every community. Okay, so what is this UCC and what are the examples related to UCC? Once I will tell you, we'll discuss about this UCC examples. Okay, so Uniform Civil Code. Okay, there are three important judgments. Okay, the most important judgments. One is Sarla Mudgal case. Now it is not much relevant, but Shah Bhanu Begum, okay, Shah Bhanu Begum, and 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 John Vallamattam case. John Vallamattam case. So this is Hindu woman. This is Shabanu Hindu woman case. Shabanu Begum. This is Hindu related. Okay, this is Muslim related. Shabanu, Shairabanu. Okay, Shairabanu triple talak. Shabanu UCC. This is John Vallamattam case regarding this Christian one. Okay, so based on this three cases, Salah Mudgal, Shabanu Begum, Muhammad Ahmad Khan, Shabanu Begum, Salah Mudgal. So first of all, let us start with what is this Salah Mudgal. Now this is not much relevant, but you must understand, sir, what is this case now? Okay, you must try to understand Salah Mudgal. Okay, it's an NGO organization. Salah Mudgal filed a case regarding that. What happens means here, an Hindu husband and wife, means a Hindu male married a Hindu female, okay, based on Hindu Marriage Act. Okay, based on Hindu Marriage Act, Hindu husband after marriage joined in Islam. Joined in Islam. Okay, joined in Islam and okay, and married another woman. Hindu husband, okay, joined in Muslim, joined in Islam and married another woman. Now the question arises: married another woman means another Muslim woman, married Muslim woman, did not give divorce to first wife. This Hindu husband, did he give divorce to first wife? First wife, no divorce. No divorce. Okay, he didn't give divorce to first wife, right? And right, first wife, no divorce. He joined in Islam and marrying another Muslim woman. Now the question arises here: is second marriage solemn, or is second marriage maintainable? Is second marriage is legal? Okay, is it legal or not? This is the question arises. So there are nearly 3 to 4 Hindu women. Their husbands convert after marrying. They converted to Islam. They marrying the Muslim one. So is second marriage solemnized? Then the Supreme Court says that. Then the Supreme Court says in the Sarla Mudgal case. Okay, the Sarla Mudgal case, Supreme Court says that first marriage is based on the Hindu. Okay, it's based on the Hindu Marriage Act 1956, sorry. After joining the Islam, okay, your first marriage is not, it is meant, he says that, Supreme Court says that after joining the Islam, without giving divorce to first marriage, your second marriage is null and void. Your second marriage is null and void. So what does it mean? Okay, what does it mean? It means that when you marry a Hindu woman according to Hindu Marriage Act, okay, you must give divorce to that Hindu woman. Later, if you join in Islam, you can marry as per the Islam law. Now this is outdated. Now what happened means, now even for the Islam, even for the Hindu husbands, okay, I'm sorry, even for the Muslim husbands, he should not marry more than one. If you want to marry more than one, okay, he must give divorce to, as per law. Divorce must be there. This is what the triple talaq now. Is it right or wrong? Triple talaq is meant for, as per the Hindu Marriage Act, the Muslim law, the Shariat law says that one can marry up to the 4. Okay, one can marry up to the 4. But now the Muslim male, if he want to marry second marriage, he must give divorce to his first wife. Right or wrong? He must give divorce to his first wife. Right? So just try to understand here. Okay, this is what the Sarla Mudgal case. Now I think it's not relevant. It is not required now because the Triple Talaq Act came into force. Whereas what is the second case now? Okay, what is this second case now? Second case is Shah Banu Begum. Okay, Shah Banu Begum. Very, very important. Shah Banu Begum. Shah Banu Begum versus Muhammad Ahmad Khan. Muhammad Ahmad Khan case. So what is it case related to? Shah Banu Begum. Okay. Shah Banu Begum claims for the maintenance. Okay. So after giving the divorce, claim for the maintenance, but Rajiv Gandhi government overturned that maintenance act case. Okay. So maintenance case is not possible to give the maintenance. So this is what the Shah Banu Begum case. Okay, not much important now because it's important. Shah Banu Begum. This is related to the maintenance case. This is enough. Okay. So what is this John Vallamattam case? John Vallamattam. Okay, what is it? John Vallamattam. Sorry. Okay, John Vallamattam. Okay, John Vallamattam case. John Vallamattam. Okay, in Christianity, John Vallamattam case. In Christianity, there John Vallamattam says that I want to donate my property to my community, but Indian Inheritance Act is objecting me to not to donate the property without the consent of the legal heirs. Without consent of the legal heirs. Suppose whatever the property is there, your parents' property, right? There's one thing you must be understand here. Okay, before going to the John Vallamattam case, whatever the assets came from your grandparents, whatever the assets came from your grandparents, your father has no right, your parents has no right to sell them. Okay. Whatever the money earned by your parents only, the hard earned money by your parents only, that money can be given to anybody. This is what the John Vallamattam case. Okay. So section 115 of Indian Inheritance Act is this is what the talk says, that the Inheritance Act says that whatever the money earned by your father, whatever the assets earned by your father, okay, he can give it to anybody. Your father's property, he earned his own money, his own property, he can give it to anybody. You have no right at all. Okay, the children has no right at all. But whereas whatever the money, whatever the assets transferred from your grandparents, your father, your parents has no right to give it to anybody. This is what the John Vallamattam case now. Okay. So any person, even now also, you are earning some money. Okay, you purchases you purchases 1 CR property. Okay, once with your own money, this is your purely own money. You earned this much of money, one house. Okay, you earned one house. This is your own hard-earned money, your own property. You are having this property. You can give it to anybody. Not to the children. There is no right to your children. Okay, your next generation also, they don't have right to ask this money. This is your hard-earned money. You can give it to, you can donate it to anybody. This is what the John Vallamattam is. Okay, right? This is what the Article 44. So Uniform Civil Code, Sarla Mudgal case, Shah Banu Begum case, and Saira Banu, Shah Banu Begum. Also one more case related to the Uniform Civil Code. Try to, all of you, I suggest you to read the UCC, Uniform Civil Case. Okay, Uniform Civil Code, UCC, and Triple Talaq Ordinance. It is now Act, Triple Talaq Act also you must try to remember. Okay, right. So let us move to the Article 45. Okay, this article talks about, okay, Article 45 talks about education to children. Okay, children education to children. Okay, so all the children, based on this article only 21A. Okay, Right to Education Act enacted. Based on this article only, Right to Education Act enacted. 45 article talks about the education. Okay, so let us move to the article 49. Okay, article 49. This article talks about after 44, 45, 49, 50, 51. This article talks about protection of monuments. Protection of monuments. Protection of monuments. Okay, historical places, historical public places, etc. Protection of monuments, all these things, historical public places, etc. Okay, Article 49. Okay, so your monuments, you take the case of Charminar, Golconda, tombs. Okay, you take any public places, any historical places, the government is protecting. The government is protecting all those places. One should not disturb, one should not destroy those property. If you destroy it, you'll be punishable. As per law, you will be get penalty or punishable. We can see, you can see the government is protecting the Taj Mahal, the government is protecting the important historical places. This is what Article 49 talks about. Okay, and now let us move to the Article 50. So what is this Article 50? This article talks about separation of executive from judiciary. Separation of executive from judiciary. So executive and judiciary both should be separated. Article 50. Okay, 50-50. 50-50. Right? 50-50 means separation. Executive functions and judicial functions totally to be separated. Okay. So judiciary should be completely separated from the executive. So it means that the independence of judiciary should be protected. Okay, this is the Article 51. And the last article we're talking about, this is the article to settle international disputes. To settle international disputes. What are the international disputes are there? International disputes in an amicable way. In an amicable way means peaceful manner, without going into war. Whatever the international disputes are there, okay, whatever the international disputes are there, so all these international disputes, okay, all these international disputes, okay, should be whatever the even India China, about the chicken neck issue. Okay, India China chicken neck issue, you know very well, India Pakistan. So without going into the wars, the government should try to solve the disputes in a very peaceful manner, in a very dialogue manner, one-to-one manner. Okay, that is what the Article 51 talks about. Okay, right? So these are the articles. Try to remember these articles. Okay, are very dry. You have to read it once, twice, and thrice. So many number of times you must remember. And there are some of the articles which are talking about 43 subclauses, 31 clause 1, 31 clause 2, 38 capital A, 39 small a. Okay, 43, 48 capital A. Like this, so many articles are there. Just try to remember all those articles. Okay, read it, write it, try to mug up it. Otherwise, you can't able to get it all those articles, right? 50th is not act, it's an article. Okay, separation of executive from judiciary. Okay, separation of executive from judiciary. Right, please wait for 1 second. I will allow you to discuss. The executive functions must be separate, but judiciary is totally should be independent. The independence of judiciary should be protected. The executive should not involve into the affairs of any judicial matters. Okay. Right. So, any questions? Any notes? Yeah, please wait.